Ever wondered how it must feel to debug a piece of embedded firmware, set breakpoints, look at registers and call stacks without having to connect a single piece of hardware? Well, don't be surprised. This is exactly what the SEGGER Ozone-Sim does. Hi everyone, I'm Pradyun, working at GSAS as a field application engineer. How many debugging tools do we know that offer debugging solutions without the need of actual physical hardware? Well, SEGGER has come up with a solution, and that solution is Ozone-Sim. Ozone-Sim is a highly effective, high-performance instruction set simulator which is made for Arm and RISC-V. You basically take your compiled firmware and then instead of flashing it onto the physical board, you give it to the Ozone debugger and voila! You're already debugging. There is no need of physical hardware at all. So there are effectively two ways to interact with the Ozone-Sim. One is its custom GUI and one is the terminal. But for starters, let's explore together the GUI. So here as we see, this is the Ozone GUI. I'm just going to click on it. And here, now, we get an option to choose our target device. In this case, I will be choosing the STM32F407VG because we have it, the M4. You can choose any target which you already have. But in this case, since it's already pre-chosen, I'm just going to leave it as it is. After that, it's going to automatically detect all the internal flash and OTP memory details that it has, which is linked to the device I have chosen. I'm just going to leave it as it is because I don't want to tamper with it any further. I'm just going to click on next. After that, here, this is the important step. In host interface, you will be having USB, IP, GDB server and simulator. Simulator is the one to go. Once you click on that and once you're satisfied with everything else, because I don't want to tamper with anything here, I'm going to click on next again. Once I click that, here we have a pathway where we need to link up our ELF file. In my case, my ELF file existed inside the build folder. Inside the build folder, you can see here, this is the blinky.elf file. I'm just going to click on open. I'm just going to click on next. Again, here there is no need to tamper with anything because I have essentially chosen my ELF as my entry point. Once again, I'm just going to click on finish and voila, you're in the debugging terminal. As you can see, now the debugging terminal is open. This is a very classic SEGGER debugging tool and we can already see everything that the debugging tool has to offer. Here, I can set breakpoints. For example, I will be setting a breakpoint on line number 56 and then all I have to do is run the debug. I'm going to run into a few errors, but that's okay because these are not the registers that we have been using. I'm going to run it once again and as we can see, it has stopped at the right breakpoint. We can also have a view upon the call stacks, the registers, the CPU and the FPU, and at the same time the different functions. Ozone-Sim just doesn't stop at GUI. I can run the entire debug session just via the CLI. No GUI needed at all. Let's have a look. First, I'm going to go directly into the directory where my Blinky project is saved. And that's going to be, as we can see here, Blinky. This is the project. This is the goal for us. So I'm just going to go. And now we are officially inside Blinky. This is just a code that I'm going to be giving and it's directly going to go into the main.c file. I don't need to open the GUI to write the code at all. This is the line that is going to help us in generating the ELF file. I actually have generated the ELF file via the GUI, but just for the satisfaction of the audience, I'm going to generate it again. As we can see here, the ELF file has been generated. And as I said, this is the file that is of most importance to us. Now I'm just going to generate a test script that is just the first step in making this into a complete CI/CD integration. This is the second step that just mimics the entire pipeline of a CI/CD integration that makes this entire tool so dynamic. And here, voila, as you can see, CI/CD complete, no board required. And this is just one of those features that makes the SEGGER Ozone-Sim so dynamic. In today's world, when CI/CD integrations and GitHub Actions are just a single norm that runs across every company, this is one of the most dynamic features that SEGGER offers. As we just saw, just one or two commands, and that's exactly what makes it so powerful for CI/CD. It runs the firmware automatically, builds it, and then checks the logic automatically, and all of this just in one push. That's exactly what CI/CD demands. The hard bottom line is just this. The Ozone-Sim has just removed hardware dependency out of the picture completely. For teams that are developing firmware ahead of silicon availability, this is just one of the most robust solutions that is offered and just changes the workflow entirely. Anyways, that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope all of y'all have gathered at least something and found something interesting about the Ozone-Sim. Stay tuned for more updates. Thank you. Bye bye.